You're teed up for Golf News RI TV with your host, Joe Calabro, and his guests. We're talking everything golf around the region and on the tours. Now, here's your host, Joe Calabro.
Welcome to everybody to GolfNewsRI TV. I'm GolfNewsRI co-founder and CEO Joe Calabro. We're here today at Lincoln Country Club. We're going to play a few holes, have some fun. But before we do that, I just want to acknowledge everyone for showing up last week at the Devin Quigley Memorial Tournament. It was a huge honor and for us to be involved in it, even to a small degree. I hope everyone had a great time, and thank you so much to the Quigleys and to Greg Burke for letting us be a part of it. So just want to say thank you to everyone for that. And now let's go play some golf. All right, we're here today at Lincoln Country Club. We're joined by the president of Lincoln Country Club, Gerry Loon, and the head pro, our guy, Nick Maresca. Guys, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Joe, thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Thank you guys, and Nick specifically, thank you for everything, all your support over the years. But we're here today at Lincoln. We're going to play the 8th hole, the famous par 3, here in just a minute. But Gerry, just talk about, you've been the president for 5 years. Just talk a little bit about Lincoln Country Club and how far you guys become. I used to be here when I was a kid all those years ago, and it was always fun to come back here.
Yeah, well, the course was built in '55. I think it started with 3 holes, so it's come a long way since then. But more recently, we got a new superintendent. Nick came on board. A lot of changes. Very family-oriented golf course. A golf club, I should say. We're called Lincoln Country Club, but it's probably more of a Lincoln golf club. We don't have other amenities, but it's great. A lot of families, Nick has done a great job with the junior program, getting that up to, levels that we haven't seen in many, many, many years. So it's great.
And I feel like there has been a boom in golf since COVID. I think we've talked about COVID on every show because of how big it was for the game of golf, locally and nationally, but also the 9-hole factor. People don't want to necessarily be out here for 5 hours. They want to just play quick 9 holes and leave or do whatever. I feel like a 9-hole course is becoming an advantage now in certain aspects.
I don't know if you can speak to like how many 9 holes versus 18 per se, but it's got to be
65 to probably 35%.
Yeah. So people are definitely just coming out for 9, and it's very convenient. It's in the middle of Lincoln, and nobody knows where it is. Everybody says, "Oh yeah, you remember at Lincoln? Oh, Kirkbride? No, Lincoln."
And Nick, for you, this is what, your second year here as the head pro?
This is actually my third year.
Third year as head pro. Time flies.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah.
But just what you've brought here and all the programs you're implementing, and I mean, I hear from everybody that you're killing it. So you're doing something right.
This is it's a great club to be at. I grew up here back in the 1990s, long time ago. Without this club, I would not be where I am right now. This is the place that gave me the love of the game that I have right now, the introduction to it. But also it's the people that brought me back here. It's really, like Gerry said, family oriented, strong relationships. It's a great spot. We made some good changes, implementing, Golf Genius Premium for online setup, live scoring, just changing the golf shop around a little bit, just bringing a different approach to things, a little bit fresher approach.
Mm-hmm. All right, should we hit some balls?
Sure, let's do it.
Whenever you're ready, yeah.
So tell us, we're on the 8th hole here, as I mentioned, par 3. You said it's probably the signature hole at Lincoln. I would agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree. But tell us a little bit about this hole and what we're up against here.
Well, it's not very long. It's only about 120 from where we're standing, and it's surrounded by things that aren't good for the game of golf. So water on the back, water on the side, bunker in the front, and woods on the right. So you pretty much have to hit the green.
There's no other options.
Yeah.
All right, so we're playing it from about 125. I'm hitting an 8 wedge. What do you guys got?
Well, if we're playing it from here or here, I don't know where we're playing it from, but wedge or gap wedge, one or the other.
Same thing. Wedge or gap.
All right.
This little wedge here. Hopefully it does what we want.
Look at that guy.
Is that good enough?
That's why he's the pro.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
That's wet. Splash.
And that's what makes the hole difficult, Yeah. We got water on 3 sides. You got a bunker in the front. And, you got woods and a penalty area on the left. So it's maybe short, but it's a tricky hole.
First water ball of my TV career. My
man.
TV golf career.
We probably had about 125 people here watching the matches.
Really?
I mean, you know,
That's cool.
for a smaller club, I mean, that's a
big deal.
huge portion of your membership and families that come out to, you know,
Yeah.
be part of the day.
Club championships are great. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's why we cover it as much as we can, and
Yeah.
we're going to acknowledge it later in the show.
Well, we've made it into a full day. You know, people come here for the matches, and then they stick around. We have a cookout afterwards.
Yeah, we try to make it.
Family activities,
Yeah.
cornhole, bocce.
Nice.
Food,
Yeah, it's a good time.
beverages,
Live music.
Live music.
Who was the band last night?
Brother to brother.
Yeah, they did a really great job.
Oh,
Three-person.
They're relatively well known, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, I'm in the water, so I'm just gonna chip up and pretend.
Okay.
And you guys are gonna play it out. See if
Sure.
Nick can make his birdie
Oh,
after he
I'm
fixes his
chipping
ball
it in,
mark.
so he better. I'm gonna fluff my lie a little, all right?
okay. You do whatever you need to do.
All right, let's see if I can chip up.
And the green is faster from back to front than it is from front to back.
What a chip, this guy. Well, he's the president.
Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna give that one to you.
Oh, you're a gentleman and a scholar. We even got the sound effects in for you.
All right, Mr. Birdie Man.
No pressure.
See if you can roll this in.
Is that putter legal?
In 48 states, yes.
Oh, Ooh,
Good bit.
tough comebacker.
You don't have to. We don't have to keep that one.
Don't worry, Jesse will work his TV
I
magic.
suspect if we dredged that pond that we'd come up with, I don't know,
Thousands.
Oh.
10,000 golf balls.
Yeah.
Not a good hole for me. My worst hole in my TV golf career, by far. But we'll get it back on the next hole. And that's coming up after this commercial break. This is GolfNewsRI TV. Stay tuned. Welcome back to GolfNewsRI TV. I'm Joe Calabro. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Thanks to all the sponsors, and of course all of our followers for watching the show, whether they watch it on the TV or on YouTube the next day. So thanks to everyone again for all the support. We're here today at Lincoln Country Club with our friends Gerry, Loon, the president, and our buddy Nick Maresca. We just played the 8th hole. It was a disaster for me. We're here at the 9th hole. And Gerry, before we get into this hole, you were just telling a really cool story off the air about a tornado that hit last year.
Yeah, so last June, a tornado came through right down 9, over 1 through 7, all the way out the back. And there were trees down everywhere. It would look like a war zone, basically. But what's great about Lincoln Country Club is that the next day, there were no fewer than 30 guys here, or 30 members, I shouldn't say all, because there were ladies here too, helping out clean the golf course for 2 days straight, bringing their own equipment in, you know, chainsaws, everything else, and had the place looking pretty well in 2 days' time, you know, considering a tornado came through here. But that's what Lincoln Country Club does. It's a family-oriented, everybody pitches in, good place.
You know, it really shows how much the members love this place for them to come out here and really help it get back into, you know, the conditions that it was before the mini burst came through.
Yeah, it's a cool place. Like you said, it's family oriented. I would play here when I was a kid, and whenever I come back here, which isn't as often as I would like, of course, but you know, it's always fun to see everything, how this place has grown. But we're here in the 9th hole, par 4. I know you were talking. This hole is potentially in the works. There's some new things coming, some changes. Yeah, potentially.
We're doing some groundwork to try to bring this tee back, maybe 75 or 100 yards, and making this a par 5 on the second time around. So you know, we only have so much land, so you know, we gotta do what we can when we can do it. So yeah.
So it's cool though. I mean, we'll definitely make it interesting.
Yeah.
Because now your 18th hole is essentially going to be a par 5, the closing hole.
It's going to be a really different hole if it goes back that far. Really different, yeah. So looking forward to that.
We're all hitting drivers, long hole. Let's try to bounce back. Well, I gotta try to bounce back from the last hole.
See that willow tree that looks like a bush?
Yeah.
Well, that was the biggest willow we had here last year.
I remember that willow tree. That willow tree's been there forever.
The tornado took that down, and we decided not to get rid of the stump just for cost savings and whatever. And this year it grew into, I don't know if anybody remembers the Addams Family, the Cousin It. We call it affectionately known as Cousin It now. It looks like a Cousin It.
Ooh. Wow.
There you go. Look at that.
Alrighty.
The president's got game.
I can hit it again. I've been here 25 years. This is my 25th year. Nice.
A long way.
Do we need to be there?
Hit a 5 line.
Turn. Come on. Come on. Sit.
Oh, swimming with the fishes. I think I know the number, but I don't know. The wind's
144. Pitching wedge.
8 iron.
8 iron.
I'm old.
Come on. Jump.
Oh,
All right, you got a slice.
yeah.
You got a piece of it.
Always replace your divots.
128. 128. I'm gonna hit a little knockdown wedge, I think. I'm gonna flight it kind of like I did on 8. Choke down, maybe. If I were to hit the gap wedge, probably I'd have to swing really hard. And we don't want to do that with a wedge. Nice smooth swing. Flighted it, but out to the right.
Are you with me in the water? No. So, Nick, you dropped another one. You're a head pro. You're teaching pro. What do you want people to learn here? You said about not swinging too hard with your wedges.
So you know, you really don't want to maximize your wedges. You're not trying to hit them 100% all the time because you're going to lose control at that point. So, you know, sometimes you're going to choke down. Maybe take a 3/4 swing, but it's all about the control. Not trying to kill a wedge.
That one I left a little open. Went out to the right. I'm going to try the same shot here again, and hoping we can hit the green this time.
That's the plan.
Looks like you executed it.
Very nice.
Just on the front edge.
Yep.
Look at that.
You got to hold on. That can't be you. You playing tennis too?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. All right, Joe. If you can make it up and down, I'll buy you lunch.
Maybe you can try out one of the new bunkers.
Got some work to do there, buddy.
So you were saying that this is the new bunker. You're talking about the bunker project. I do actually remember that it used to be a second bunker.
Well, this one, there used to be 2 here. We
Right,
kind
there
of
used to be 2
combined
bunkers,
them,
yeah.
and then there was another one here.
Yeah.
We took that one out and made it one big one.
Now I'm in the other one. All right, that's enough.
You gonna give me that?
I'll give you that, yeah. All right, let's see what we got here.
There you go.
It's a good attempt.
We can give you that. Tap it in for
Oh, thanks.
tap it in for prosperity.
Thanks, my friend.
Good playing.
Nice playing.
That was so good for me. Well, that was a brutal 2 holes of TV golf for me. We'll try to get better for the next time. But anyway, thanks to Lincoln for having us. We're going to have more with Lincoln Country Club. Right after this break, this is GolfNewsRI TV. I'm Joe Calabro. Welcome back to GolfNewsRI TV. I'm Joe Calabro. Thanks again to everyone for tuning in and for all the sponsors. for making this show possible, season 2, and making season 2 possible. We're here today at Lincoln Country Club with the president, Gerry Loon, and head pro, Nick Maresca. We just played 8 and 9, as you watched. I was a disgrace, but we'll worry about that later. we won't talk about that. Guys, first of all, thank you so much for having us and letting us play a couple holes and have some fun. It was really always great to be back at Lincoln. Like I've said before, I grew up here when I was a kid. Certainly brings back a lot of memories being here. One person that I wanted to hit on, who was the president when I was here, was Fran Reeve.
Oh, great guy.
And how important he was. And every time I come back here, I always think about him, and he'd probably be so impressed with everything that's going on here now and the job you guys have done.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we have a memorial over there for Fran. Because he was just a great guy, a great president. Everybody loved him. And there's one thing I got out of Fran Reeve is he was like, people complain about whatever, don't hit it there. Don't hit it there. That's it. So that's my answer for everything. That came from Fran Reeve. So
I just wanted to acknowledge him because he was such a huge part of this when I was here years ago. So you were talking about everything. We just hinted at everything that's being built up here, has been built up, and it's all members that you said have done it, which is really cool. You guys have paid for the materials, I guess. Yeah. But just talk about how cool that is to have members that chip in like that. And like you said, jokingly, this wasn't a one-day project.
Oh, no. Like, these are big projects, and people, they're very devoted, and they obviously have some skill sets to go with it, right, to be able to do it. But yeah, the pavilion, the bag room, we didn't see out on the other end of the course, but there's a snack shack and
maintenance building.
The maintenance building is out there. All of these gazebos, a lot of dedication from the members. We have limited sources of revenue here, right? So we try to keep costs down as best we can without raising dues, because you can price yourself out of your niche market, right? And we have kind of a niche market. We're not attracting necessarily the best golfers in Rhode Island, in the area, but it's a great place to play golf. Although some of the best golfers come here and they say, it's a little more challenging than I expected it to be.
Well, the greens are smallish, they're fast generally, and its course is always in great shape.
We'll be hosting another mid-am qualifier again for the RIGA in early September. And the last couple of years I've been here for it, and none of the scores are exceptionally low. You think with some better players coming to play Lincoln Country Club that they'd be shooting a lot lower numbers, but it may be short in length, but we got small greens, we got a lot of penalty areas, out of bounds, lots of hills. So that really makes it a challenging day for these players.
I think the one thing, from playing here when I was a kid, I think the one thing that you learn, and you hinted at it, is that you learn how to hit different shots. Because you're not hitting the shots you hit here aren't necessarily, you can't really find anywhere else, depending on where you go. So I think I learned how to hit different shots, how to hit different clubs, because you're not just hitting drivers necessarily. You don't necessarily need to hit a driver on a lot of holes. No. Obviously a few, but I think that was the biggest thing that I took from playing here for a number of years, and how to walk the course without getting lost.
Yeah.
Well, right, yeah, because it can be tiring walking the course.
We have, the majority of our rounds are walking rounds. I mean, 9 holes or 18, it's a challenge walking these hills here. It's you're tired by the time you're done.
Yep.
And like you said about the lies, you got a lot of uphill, side hill, downhill, above your feet, below your feet. It really makes you a better player. We see a lot of our players that that play here regularly that go somewhere else, and they typically play better.
Yep.
Well, listen, thank you so much, guys, for coming, for chatting us.
Thank you,
Joe. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And real quickly, before we wrap up, we want to acknowledge some club champions. We do this just about every show. We're trying to keep up with it as best we can. So quickly, Amanda Parker won the Pawtucket Ladies Club champion just a few weeks after being on GolfNewsRI TV. Just saying. I've already texted her that, don't worry. Cody Phillips was the Lincoln Club champion. Jean McMath was the Ladies Club champion. Jack McMullen won the Potawatomi Club champion. Felicia Reevens was the Potawatomi Ladies Club champion. And Dave Nuttall won the North Kingstown Club champion. We'll have more club champions on next week's show. Again, trying to keep up with it as best we can. But congrats to all of you. Club championships are a big part of golf, especially here in Rhode Island, and we enjoy covering. So thanks again to Lincoln Country Club for having us. And next week, we'll have Austin Silly on. I have his adventure out to the U.S. Mid-Am. It's going to be a really good show. You don't want to miss it. This is GolfNewsRI TV. I'm Joe Calabro. See you next time.
You've been watching GolfNewsRI TV with host Joe Calabro.